The Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 4 mod has many unlockables and upgrades to find. Some of those, you must find the Dragon Balls. Are you struggling to find the Dragon Balls in Tenkaichi 4? Check this out. As you can see on my main menu, I have 2 of the Dragon Balls, the 1 star and the 6 star. Well, if you go to Dragon World Tour, any of these 4 tournaments, the World Tournament, Big Tournament, Cell Games, and Other World Tournament, those will randomly, on any difficulty, give you a Dragon Ball. Now, if you do the Tournament of Power on any difficulty, you will get all 7 Dragon Balls. Okay, but the Tournament of Power is not open right now, so how do we do that? You see that clock? That clock says 8. Alright, at 5 is when the Tournament of Power is open. So we're going to leave and come back, and now it says 9. You go to the main menu, and then you go back into the World Tour mode over and over until you reach the proper time. See, at 13 is when this one is open. It takes a while too, like if you're trying to specifically get to a specific time, it can be really time consuming to do this. But I'm about to share with you some advice to help with this. We're almost there, we're at 0. The Other World Tournament opens at 0. Okay, once you get to this point, you know you're a couple of ticks away from where you want to be. We're at 3. We're going to go in here. Now we are at 4. Alright, so when you get to 3 or 4, you want to go to your options. And see, here's the tricky thing about the way the game is designed. When you go into a different menu, that number is going to tick forward. Okay, I went in there and it was 4. Right now, it is 5. Okay, so the Tournament of Power is technically open. We're going to go to save game data. I can go do the Tournament of Power, and if I lose, then I can start the game and the Tournament of Power will be open. The Tournament of Power is only open for 5 and 6. That is the only time it is open. It is very short. The window is very small for the Tournament of Power, and it could be any difficulty. In this scenario, the difficulty is 2, and that's whatever. I can clear 2 super easy. So you beat the Tournament of Power, and you get all 7 Dragon Balls. There you go. So hopefully I said that quick enough for you to get back to your game as fast as possible and you're not stuck here watching this video. But if you would like to learn a second method to get the Dragon Balls, then stay tuned. Now we're going to go into Dragon history. If the Tournament of Power is too difficult for you, I'm going to show you the way I like to collect the Dragon Balls in Tenkaichi 3. You go to the GT Saga in Dragon history. Go to the very last scenario, A Miracle Saves the Day. Okay, there's 2 reasons why we're picking this scenario. Reason number 1 is we are in a city, and reason number 2 is the scenario is very straightforward and kind of short. Alright, now the scenario ends after you do 3 R3s. Okay, so you can just kind of bide your time, run from a mega, and the goal is to break the buildings. Look at that, the first building I broke, the very first building I broke, I got a Dragon Ball. That's actually misleading. This can actually be a little more challenging than that. I just got really lucky. That's the goal. You fly around and you break the buildings, and then you wait until your R3s happen. You know, skip the cutscene. That was number 1. I usually hit the R3s as soon as they show up. That way, whenever that third one is there, I can press R3 at any point. Like, let's assume that I don't have the Dragon Ball yet, knocking him away from me in order to search some more. You break the buildings. There's so many breakables in the destroyed city that it's almost guaranteed that the Dragon Ball will be here. I say almost guaranteed because there are times where it won't be. You'll have every building and tree broke down and you'll be like, why is there no Dragon Ball here? And there is a chance where it's just not here. But as you can see, I got the Dragon Ball on the very first building that I broke. Every time you get a Dragon Ball in Dragon history, it's going to show that 1 star. It could be any of them though. Like it might be the 5 star, who knows. It takes a little while for that second R3 to show up, skip the cutscene, and it does not take long for number 3. So let's just assume I still don't have it. Now that I've gotten through the first 2 R3s, now we're breaking all the buildings and all the trees. Once all the buildings are down and you still don't have that Dragon Ball, I'll just pretty much assume that it's not here. I don't really too much worry about the trees. It can be in the trees, but it's not likely. But anyway, you find the Dragon Ball. This is the best time to wait on the R3. Like, you get through the first 2 R3s as fast as possible, and then when that third one shows up, don't hit it. Just do what you gotta do to stay alive, run from Omega, do some combos on him to keep him off your back, because he fights hard. You know, this is towards the end of the story mode, so he's gonna fight you pretty hard. He's not just gonna let you have it. And as soon as you get that Dragon Ball and that third R3, hit that sucker, and then you win the scenario, you get your Dragon Ball. Do this 7 times and you have all 7. In my opinion, that's the best scenario to do that on, because the city stage is the best stage to find the Dragon Balls. Look, it's the 2-star Dragon Ball. Excellent. So there you have it. That's 2 bulletproof methods on collecting the Dragon Balls for Tenkaichi 4. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. I appreciate your time, and as always, thanks for watching.